It's the NFL on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos on Monday night.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field, mile high here in Denver, Colorado. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed, the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Trying to force one through there. So second down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Nix off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. Well, let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Back now, pressure on its way. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 2. Caught by Theo Johnson. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Bronk, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense helped with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Giants football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. So here comes the Bronco offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Throwing the out route complete. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Quick slant caught by Sutton. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A toss running right, Dobbins. Past midfield to the 45. And he works this down to the 41. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Micah McFadden able to make the play. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Now Nix on 3rd down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. They go play action on 1st. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd down. Broncos loading up that secondary. They're in the dime here. Now looking to throw. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And this one is kicked up towards the clouds. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Nix with it on 1st. Complete to Mims. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The Broncos into the red zone for the first time. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Nix. Completed to Sutton. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Second and 3 now. Running left, it's Dobbins. And he drives this forward to the 6. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing from the gun here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So it's second down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
A handoff to Tracy. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
To the air, 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Nix to throw. Hits him on the out route. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and just 2 to go. To throw, here's Nix. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Slot man motioned over. They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Running it again with Dobbins. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That one gains 7. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Mims with the grab. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now Nix. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Deontay Banks.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Now here comes the New York offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Pass play coming here. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He'll throw it. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now they send their back in motion right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On the slant, complete to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Looking to the air here. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Broncos will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So we've reached halftime in Denver. The hometown fans, yeah, they're feeling good. Their Broncos have the lead. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Broncos got a strong first half from their signal caller, Bo Nix. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. A give right side to Tracy. Across midfield to the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Giants will have a first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's 2nd and 2. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with Jaxson.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. Gets this to Jaxson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling these defense...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Bobby Okereke making that stop. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this third down. Nix from the gun. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first down, Nix. Completed to his running back. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Dobbins gets it off the option. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Nix looking to throw. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. They'll try and throw it here. The screen pass falls incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He gets this one away and really connected. This one is sky high. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. Complete. It's Ingram. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. Hauled in by Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing here, Nix. That finds Vele, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll try to hit this one well. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. The throw left side caught by Neighbors. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running this with Tracy. He breaks the tackle, and he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He finds Jaxson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's able to keep it moving down to the 28. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one and mention the value he can bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for two. He's throwing for it! And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos offense all set to go. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area of this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete to Vele. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
2nd and 6 now. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos losing by 7. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now Nix. Hitting Ingram on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
He'll look to throw it. Dump off caught by his... Oh, he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And he's going to step out with no gain.
How about the quick thinking and the reaction from everybody on that side of the ball? See an opportunity to rip the ball free, and then
Very important call coming up late in this game. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Completed to Sutton. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Looking to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Has it down close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here he is to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown! And a big decision coming up for him now. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants offense all set to get started. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Setting up to pass. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it sets up 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects with Johnson. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Connects with Slayton. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. So everything comes down to this from Graham Gano. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. From the left hash, this will be from 50. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
Gano ready to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Giants, as we'll see you next time from Denver.